I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, welcome everybody. We're get started here. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes of the September 19th meeting?
Yes.
Are there any additions or corrections?
No, I don't think so.
I would entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
I'm going to accept the minutes of the last meeting.
Moved by Dan. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Stuart. Any questions? Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Does anybody want to be out of state between now and October 17th? I do.
You do?
Be gone until the 24th,
When are you leaving?
the 11th.
The 11th through the 24th?
Yep. Should I have a motion to that effect?
I make a motion that we allow Jack to go out of state from October 11th to the 24th.
And I second it.
Moved by Jill and seconded by Rose. Any questions? Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There's no unfinished business. Has everybody had a chance to look at the application for Seaside Fitness from this past week and a half, whenever we come in?
I make a motion that we approve the loan request for Eastside Fitness.
I'll second it.
Moved by Jill and seconded by Rose. Are there any questions on this?
I'm still going to be hard-headed, so I want them at the council meetings, but
Yeah.
tell us what they're up to.
Okay, that's noted. Any other comments, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm opposed.
Motion carried. Claims, has everybody had a chance to read the claims and look at the claims?
Yes.
I would entertain a motion to pay our claims.
I make a motion to pay the claims.
I'll second it.
Been moved by Rose, seconded by Stuart. Any questions on the claims?
No.
Questions on the claims?
Nope.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Tonight's reports are kind of few and far between. Jody is not here. Mike has left a report. I hope everybody got a chance to read it. Pretty doggone informative. I can maybe answer some of the questions on this if there's any questions. Most of the increase in our gallons coming into the lagoon are from leakage and infiltration. Last week when Jody and I and Kevin were in Great Falls, we met with the state lending institutions. We may or may not have enough left over from our sewer project to pay for slip lining. If not, we made arrangements to have some additional funds available if we can do it this fall yet. It's kind of a weather dependent slip lining project, so
Okay.
that'll take care of some of this. The asphalt grinder, Mike has been looking at one in Denver. Found out that the city of Fort Benton's got one. He went over Friday or Thursday and looked at it and actually ran it with the Fort Benton crew. We're kind of negotiating a little bit to see if this is a 2-year-old machine that Fort Benton is in a lease purchase agreement on. We're gonna see Jody and the finance officer from Fort Benton and the mayor and I from Fort Benton will sit down together, see if we can work a deal out where both towns would co-own that machine, and then bring back the proposal back to you guys to see what you think about it. But
Okay.
it gives the city of Choteau and the city of Fort Benton a chance to own a piece of machinery both of us can use at half the cost.
And there's enough time that they can both use it and not
Mike figured the use on that machine would be about 30 to 40 hours a year.
Oh,
And
wow.
both communities could schedule that around, you could work around each other.
Cause it's just a grinder, right? It isn't. it
Yeah,
doesn't-
it's just a grinder, asphalt grinder, that can do, he said they did approximately one block, just one way, in about 2.5 hours. And then it took the rest of the day to rebuild the street.
Okay,
So this is something to think about, it gives us a chance to have a good piece of machinery at half the price of a new piece of machinery.
is it something they could go get like with the 1-ton pickup or would it?
It's on the trailer, so all we have to do is hook up to it.
Pick up.
Oh, okay. So
But
it isn't like the one that hooks on the front of the loader,
No.
it's a different.
it's a
okay.
different type. It
Okay.
does sit on the front of the loader, but it's pulled to and from a job location, and then it clips onto the loader itself.
Gotcha, okay.
Pretty neat, pretty nice machine. The option of that is it gives the city possibly an avenue in the future if both communities need a piece of machinery, that we could co-op with them again.
Okay.
Okay.
Conrad, Shelby, Cutbank do that with a lot of their major equipment.
Mhm.
It doesn't work to have the fourth town involved in that coalition, but these two towns, it would make sense, and possibly get Fairfield involved also.
Okay,
Just a way that the city may or may not work to get some more stuff done, so we'll just have to see. Is there any questions on Mike's report?
do you know on the compost what the plan for a location out of?
I do.
Okay,
There'll be two 16 by 8 foot deep bins. They're gonna be right down by the reported recycle, just to the east of the recycle there. They're gonna be temporary. When they get full, they'll haul it up onto the hill to
Okay.
the transfer site, the roll-off site.
okay,
So that's the plan now. We need to get the stuff out of where Rentaria's backyard down there, basically. Get it moved out of there up to the roll-off site, and then we'll start collecting down here.
Okay.
He figured it'd probably take about 3 weeks to fill one of the grass clippings in the summer, and probably about a week and a half to fill the leaves in the fall.
okay,
That's our plan right now. Or Mike's plan, not mine.
okay.
Give him credit, because he came up with this.
So, do you know on the sewer thing where they got into the line that was really, had a lot of tree roots in it, that was one of the main lines?
That was one of the main lines, and it took them quite a while to chew through that and blast through it. He said they had about 1,200 PSI on that sewer jet when they were grinding that.
Huh,
Pretty good sized trunk.
yeah, I'm surprised it didn't cause problems before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, been lucky. Anything else on Mike?
Mhm.
This is going to be a fairly short meeting.
Well, it was gonna be a short one.
Oh, no. Welcome, Mr. Clark,
Thank you.
the previous mayor of Choteau, Dan Clark.
Just can't stay away.
Pretty nice to have him come at the tail end of the meeting.
Just in time.
Yeah.
Stuart, what do you have for us?
I don't have anything to bring before the council right now, but I got a couple of things that I'll probably have for November or December. So,
Yeah?
I went to part of the League of City and Towns conference last week. Thursday, I was there. Friday, the weather was so nice, I skipped out and went camping instead. There was one session, I missed Dan's session, so.
oh, that's why he's here.
It was noted.
Good conference. There was, for once, we always have an inspirational speaker or something. If you ever get a chance to see the documentary Charged by a young man from down in south of Livingston, watch it. It's really good, really good. I mean, it was probably one of the better ones we've had at any of those council meetings. One session, on our new gas tax, it's split out, where they're not just gonna give us the money like they did before. With our old gas tax, we'll still get that every year, like we always have. The new gas tax, we have to basically apply for it. It has to be approved by the Department of Transportation. And what it amounts to is it's more paperwork. We have to do an ordinance saying we're gonna use this money to do this job. If we want to, we can bank that money for 5 years? For 5 years, so if you got a big project, they'll let you put it in a reserve. So it's money that's coming to us, we will be able to do street projects. Streets and bridges is what they call it for. But, yeah, last legislature said, well, if we're gonna give you more money, we want proof you're doing stuff. So it kinda created 2 more jobs in the Department of Transportation. But that's what's going on with that. The Council on Infrastructure, kind of talking about what they're getting ready for the next legislative session is basically what they are as a lobbyist group. And bonding is probably their number 1 priority, is to get the state to bond some of this infrastructure work so they can get it done. Legislature has drug their feet. They're also talking about possibly some of the coal tax trust fund, using that for infrastructure. There was some rumors with our budget shortfall, maybe that rainy day fund, which the coal tax is supposed to be there for, could be pulled out and used, so they're working on it. The governor was there and spoke to us at lunch on Thursday, talking about the budget deficit. And I can say one thing about him, he's positive no matter what he said. I mean, really, he's a very positive type person. I mean, I do have to say that for him. But he knows it's his job to cut funding, but he's pushing real hard for a special session to get everybody's input on it, so that's kind of up in the air what they're gonna do there. Basically, it means that there's not as much money available for us either, so. But other than that, like I say, other than I skipped out Friday morning and there was a couple sessions. I really wanted to go to Dan's, it's always good, so. But, and I wanted to go to the water rights one, but I took my last chance to go camping, went camping instead. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Dan.
Dan?
Gil?
Well, I got to spend the day with Dan today. At the leadership and board training session that was held at the stage stop. So I got my dose of Dan. And that was a good session. You know, it's more talking about how to work with people and get along, so it was good. And that's, I think, all I have for right now.
Rose?
I have nothing.
I don't have much. I spent the afternoon with Dan also. Last meeting I passed out a cell phone ordinance thing from Fairfield. Did you get a chance to look at that?
No, didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't get it, Jack, because I wasn't here
I
last
will
meeting.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Put that on your, back of your minds for November.
Okay,
We wanna go through that. It'll be an agenda item in November.
okay.
So maybe talk to some folks from Fairfield, that's who we're gonna model this after, or Conrad. I think that, we really need to look at that seriously. I also went down with Dan to the MMIA, League of Cities and Towns meeting. If you get a chance to go there as a council member or a future council member, Mark, go to those. They are well worth the time invested. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, there's gonna be a continuation of today's session for board training and, board folks at the stage stop. It's really, really well worth going out there. They have some really good stuff that's getting disassembled out there and put back together so you can understand it. I thoroughly enjoyed this afternoon, so. One other thing to be thinking about, it's gonna come up either the last meeting in November or the first part of December, is we're gonna start looking at business licensing. And we're going to look at that hard.
Good.
I think it's time that we do something. And it's, you guys will be the ones that are gonna be the leaders in it, so time to start thinking about that.
Okay.
Other than that, I really don't have any more, so.
I do have one more.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I golfed with the city manager from Whitefish, and I didn't get it done. I gotta remember to do that. He wants me to email him our copy of our ordinance we come up with for our marijuana issue.
Okay.
They sat there sitting, kinda on the same thing, trying to decide what they're gonna do, and he was interested in looking at that, so.
Okay.
Gotta remember to do that in the morning.
I do have one other comment. On the back of our agenda now, we're starting to print our rules of our council, how we conduct our business. So when you come in the next meeting, it's too late now, take a peek at it and just look at it and let us know if you can change this and make it better for our constituents, or if you think it's fine. I'd like to know. But we are printing it on the back of the agenda, so if there's any questions on public participation or public conduct, I'd like to know. That's all I have, and I'm open up for
I
public.
had one that came to mind, Jack. The school is looking at doing drug testing for athletes
Mhm.
and other people who participate in extracurricular activities. They are open for comment, and they had one tonight, and I believe the next comment period is, or comment meeting is October 10th. Just for people that might not have seen that yet. I think, Mel, did you have it in the paper last week?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't read last week's paper yet, so. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was out there so people knew about it if they have strong feelings.
Don't
That's all I
hesitate to let them know.
Yeah,
They can't do anything unless they have they can do stuff, but it's a whole lot better if they have your opinions to work with too, so. I'll open it up to public comment. Does anybody have any public comments?
Can I get up and say something?
You sure may,
Sure.
Richard.
Do I go to this?
Go up to the podium if you would.
Okay, this is, I'm just gonna reveal something that is a task for me, is I'm not allowed to drive a car, and because I might have seizures. And a lot of people might not know this, but since Vietnam, I'm a disabled vet. And if it's any medical appointments I need, the VA will come and pick me up and take me to those appointments. But for any other things that if I have to go to Great Falls, I have to return equipment that is coming, they're gonna charge me more if I don't get it back to them, or just things like this. I was thinking that Teton County, elderly home, what's it called?
nursing home.
Nursing home, that the county could give that to Choteau, and, is maybe worth $500, maybe, and get somebody once a week to take people like myself to Great Falls when I need to do something. And I'm just putting that out there as a big maybe, and it would be really appreciated, I know, by me. So, and like I say, it only have to occur once a week, but that's been on my mind, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. Any other comments?
I just
Beth Barlow from the Sage Shop. I
Thank
just
you.
want to thank Dan for coming. It's such a blessing to have you come speak to our community. And I'm going to agree with the charged. That gentleman spoke at our tourism conference, and everybody was just in tears. But I mean, it's very inspirational. If anybody can Google that, it's Garcia. I can't remember his last. Yeah, Eduardo. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Eduardo
Very.
Garcia.
Yeah, very inspirational. Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, so
Thank you.
he actually spoke, you didn't just
No,
watch
he-
it?
No, they
well, a
showed-
little
Spoke
bit,
in
but
conjunction with the film.
he's got an
Oh, okay.
86-minute, film.
And it's filming in Great Falls, I think, next week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Showing?
He was electrocuted,
right, no, I know the story, yeah, I've seen, yeah.
and they,
But I didn't know he actually came and spoke, I thought you just saw it.
yep, no, he was there, and I mean, considering his background and everything, it was really good, I mean.
That's who I was trying to get to come and open up a cooking school in the nursing home.
We'll take what we got.
I know, right?
Any other comment? Short meeting.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Been moved by Rose,
I'll second.
seconded by Jill. Any questions? Further comments? All those in favor?